Let
We
me
can't always just get on this thing and just wing it.
watch me, motherfucker.
I thought we were gonna
Watch
have. I
me.
thought we were gonna have another guest.
I did too.
Um.
Let's find a guest quick.
Um. Let's see. Hold up. I'm just adjusting my gain so I can just whisper, and people can hear me normally. Oh no, peeking. Okay, Peking duck. Ooh. Fluffer butter bunny butter. Fluffer butter bunny butter. Fluffer butter bunny. Alright. Vocal exercises, motherfucker. Alright, welcome everyone to episode 2 of, or 1? Yo, we're really like out of sync here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. I think it should be 1, but fuck it. It's Lunar's podcast.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, no, I can't. Oh my god, I can't. I have to fucking write a whole new string. Okay, yeah, fuck it. I can't be bothered typing up the whole thing again. No, it's a thing. It's a thing. Don't worry about it. Fucking. I should have done this earlier. Nope. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Hi, my name is Vi, and I'm a professional streamer.
Well, we don't usually stream our Discord.
No.
I think you only just gotta full screen it, dude. That's all you had to do.
No, I wanted to pop it out.
Oh, alright.
Bro, professional.
But now it's just showing the
Bro,
you
can
popped
you...
out the stream.
I know, can you just... There. There we go. But yeah, speaking of movies, did y'all see that fucking trailer for the new Batman movie?
I did.
My
I feel like we're
favorite
just
my favorite fun fact about it is that during the scene where Robert Pattinson is beating the shit out of someone, dude, that was completely improvised. Some dude just walked into the shot, and Robert Pattinson just like just
Yep. I can see him doing that. He's got a lot of pent up aggression from the Twilight series.
well, I kind of feel
I would too.
I feel bad for the guy because like he made a mistake. He fucked up taking that role. But it's, like I love him as an actor, but I feel like people only ever see him as he was that sparkly vampire in Twilight.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of hard to take him seriously. Like Ben Affleck, which we were talking about. Like I did like Ben Affleck as a Batman. I didn't like the directing with him though. Like there's stuff that was out of his control. Like why the fuck is Batman using guns? But like
Every new Batman movie, it seems like there's just another person playing Batman.
yeah,
Like, I know that's kind of DC's thing, but
it's just rough because they just can't keep people with contract disputes. They keep running out of money on different stuff, and it's rough because they have so much potential. Because I will say, and don't at me at all, any of you, but the action scenes in DC superhero movies are better than Marvel. The cuts in the Marvel ones take me out of the immersion, is why. Like, if you, like, next time, just look at, like, fight scenes. You can go on YouTube and look at them. And just look at the amount of times the camera changes angle, especially right when they're, like, a punch is being thrown and hitting. And then it's just gone. Where DC really excels at making these really elaborate fight scenes with a lot going on, and it's just a single camera just kind of aerial going around, and it'll change angle, but it'll move around, and you'll see the fight from all these different angles. Yeah, rather than it just like bam, next scene, bam, next scene. It's like there's like 20 cuts in like 30 seconds, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, I will say like DC, they can make good movies because like I thought Wonder Woman was fucking brilliant.
It was
Like,
a fluke.
You think
that Robert,
They're gonna do her dirty on the second one, I promise.
oh,
I think that Robert Pattinson he looks a little too scrawny and short to be Batman. That's just me.
I think
he's a bit too
needed to lift
twinky.
more.
He's a bit
Yeah,
too
he-
Twinkie.
Like
He
I
needed
would
to live.
Yeah, I would consider myself to be like a little bigger than most people, but like I'm not beefy enough to be Batman. Like,
Not
Batman
even
in
a
my
little
mind
bit.
Is like somewhere in between the Hulk and like
So like,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Literally, like some guy that will just like.
Wait.
step on you.
How are you using Arnold as the low point of that scale, dude? That's like.
so like, you need to realize like, I feel like it's effort, and it's almost like it's kind of why I'm not too big of a Pattinson fan, because
Yeah.
you got to look at like Christian Bale, which definitely goes in history as one of the best.
Hey,
Batmans
what's
ever.
up, KJ and
This
Beccasaurus
shit
in the
was
house?
like 6 months apart. Like him and the Machinist, which is smaller than fucking Pattinson,
Yeah.
to Batman Christian Bale, I think was like 8 months.
Exactly.
8 months, but
Like-
it was so like
It
that
was so
kind of
cool.
rapid body change
Oh, it
will
almost
take.
killed him, I'm sure.
No, yeah,
but-
it'll take its fucking toll on you though.
And then he does
I
this
know
shit for
someone
Dick
who,
Cheney.
I know someone who looks like that guy on the left in person and does TikTok and shit. It's crazy. He like does Joker talk or like
Joker TikTok.
He's just anorexic as all hell.
I love Robert Pattinson with my entire heart. KJ, I love Robert Pattinson as well, but like,
COVID
I-
doesn't take him out.
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, I thought he got COVID now.
I just want, I want the general discourse around the movie to be like, let's just wait until the movie actually happens before people start talking about actors performing. Because, like, okay, sure, all these people talking shit about Pattinson. When was the last performance of his you saw?
I don't think I remember a Robert Pattinson performance, if I'm being honest. And that's also because I just don't watch movies. But like,
Dude, this is a bad. This is a bad like
yeah, I'm sorry.
topic for you.
Now,
Yeah, no,
all right, let's bring in KJ because KJ's saying that they've seen
Yeah.
every Robert Pattinson movie.
Spot's
I will
open,
be
honestly.
honest,
Let's
like-
throw this.
I'm looking at these movies. with
We're
them,
looking
and I
for a
just
guest
can't.
right now.
Hold on, let me see if I see
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
It's Pattinson.
Whatever, it's gonna autocorrect.
So yeah,
I haven't seen Twilight, so I've already missed like half of the shit.
He's a brilliant actor. Well, for
I
me,
wanted to see The Lighthouse. That's
I've heard that's with him and Willem Dafoe, isn't it?
yeah. But
Because I
Dude, Will Dafoe
adore
is the beast. He's a fucking beast.
I loved him so much in what was it? In John Wick. That fucking just the bit where it's like I'll go out on my own terms. It's like fuck you. Dunzo.
yeah.
So what I think about the Twilight movies too is that first off, fucking what's her name?
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. Is that her name? Like
Kristen
there's
Stewart.
a lot of. It is Kristen Stewart. All right.
Yeah.
I think she ruined it. I just like she does. So I think this is another unpopular opinion. Like,
Hi, let's hear it.
I
Let's hear
think
it.
Robert Pattinson did the best with what he was given. And I read all of the Twilight books. I definitely don't need to be bullied for that anymore. It's been years. Please don't. But I read all of them. And KJ, I do understand. Like, it was ruined by the writing. That's what I mean. Like, he was done dirty by the directors. Like,
I think
Robert
that-
Pattinson did work there, I believe, and of what Edward is supposed to be, perfect. Honestly, like perfect. It
So
was
Robert
the
Pattinson's
character-
rendition of Edward was exactly what you
what it was
imagined.
meant to be.
Imagined it.
Exactly.
Story
Like,
about-
I could not I couldn't imagine anybody else being Edward Cullen. Like, literally, while you were reading the book, you picture somebody like Robert Pattinson and his rendition of Edward. And then you got Kristen Stewart in the corner, like, no, no, no. She did like these seizure things, like, all the time. And it fucking killed me. No, no, you can't leave me. No, no, I want to be a vampire. No, no. Like, that was how she showed emotion. It was just like,
is there a way that she would have became a... Like, she becomes a vampire in the Twilight series, right? Not to spoil anything, but...
since 2011. It's
Yeah.
okay to spoil it, yes.
Okay.
Like, we're not talking about like Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, how would she become like a werewolf though? Honestly, like
She
isn't
couldn't.
Twilight
So-
is just like half horny, half like rom-com between what vampires and werewolves.
So the
No,
way
you're
it would've
thinking of
worked is-
Underworld.
Yeah, you're thinking of
Yeah,
Underworld.
yeah. I got my hentais mixed up.
Jacob would have, and that's another thing. Like KJ's doing, like the great ideas were shut down by the director. Like, they really got done dirty. Like some of the best moments that were actually comedic relief and would have kept people more engaged, rather than the same formula for every Twilight movie where the first 2/3 of it is just exposition of just like bullshit, and then like you put some comedic relief and stuff there, and then Taylor Lautner was just like literally I don't know, he's good at being like, he was good until he opened his mouth.
He's good at being
Like,
the dumb
entire
pretty
time.
boy.
Like, exactly. Like,
good at
then
that.
he opened his mouth, and then yeah, that's exactly KJ. Dude, we are on the same wavelength. Like, he was great at being good looking and doing his stance in the back of just like
Had to do it to him.
like
Stand stuff in the back.
That's
yeah,
the
just stand
that's
in the
the
back with a disgusted ass face because like he's a dead person and 118 years old and she's like 17,
yeah, that was.
and he did that well. But when he opened his mouth and was just like, I can't see myself living without you. I can't believe you're gonna turn into one of those dead freaks. I'm like, I could have done better. Like,
Yeah, that's half the reason I'm on this podcast, is just to be a dumb, pretty face.
Yeah, more or less. But
Ted Lunar keeps me around.
segueing
Exactly.
back to TikTok, actually.
Did
Have
we
you-
even talk about TikTok? Are we segueing?
he just wanted to bring back
TikTok.
No, it's because you said, because when we were looking at Christian Bale's transformation photos, you were like, the left one looks like he does TikTok dances, which I totally agree with, and facts. But TikTok has now become this, in my opinion, has turned into a spawn of horrible fucking trends. And I don't mean horrible as in like the Holocaust trend where it was really fucking stupid and shitty, but I'm talking about like genuine life-threatening shit, like
Like
the
what?
the hashtag Benadryl challenge.
Oh, I haven't heard about that.
I haven't. This is
Where-
what I say off of TikTok. What is?
Well, it's basically just overdosing on Benadryl and tripping out, which is the dumbest thing ever.
Going
Because
into a coma.
yeah, here's a public service announcement: overdosing on Benadryl is bad. Overdosing on nutmeg can cause organ failure. Don't do those things. People would smoke nutmeg, but that shit can cause too much nutmeg will shut down your organs.
There was a video I saw on YouTube where a guy did a nutmeg challenge or whatever, and like he had like such bad dry mouth that he would just drink like gallons of water, but like he couldn't pee because like he couldn't feel his organs or whatever, and so like they rushed him to the hospital, and the water like started going to his head. I don't know, it's crazy.
Dude, what
shit.
the fuck is
Yeah,
nutmeg? Holy shit.
So nutmeg in
thank
small quantities is used as a spice.
Well, I know that part. I was just like, what the fuck? Why did we take this thing, this like little brown ball, and say, you know what, we're gonna fucking put it in food for the aromatic properties, but if you just eat the whole damn ball, you're just gonna die.
People really like to fuck with nature. They're like, hey
Yeah.
yo, this,
Where do you think opioids came from?
real shit. They're like, hey yo, this fucking snake might kill me. It might make a good handbag.
I just I,
Snake skin is so tacky
Yeah.
as well.
It is.
I just I just think that TikTok is the worst thing that could have ever happened to this generation.
All right.
Like, not
I'm
gonna
actually
lie,
gonna
like,
come in.
Say,
No, finish your shit. But I'm already know I'm gonna come in and defend TikTok. Carry on.
okay, so, and I'm fine with anybody's other opinions on it. I just think that it just really drove people to, like, I don't know if it's just a generation of like the younger millennials and then like the Zoomers, and honestly having a like kind of rough life, and they just go on there craving attention and doing stuff for likes, and they'll see these people licking doorknobs and licking freaking Ben and Jerry's and putting it back just because they want to get those likes, and there's
Just
no
buy the
money that
tub,
comes from it
dude.
either.
Just buy
Yeah,
the
that's
tub.
that's what people
Yeah.
did on YouTube. Like that was a big 2015, 2017 craze, was doing shit like that.
And that's when it started, and then TikTok came, and then younger people got on it, and then like you have these people going through puberty, which is a very confusing time for a lot of kids, and they're going through it with like, while a lot of us had our own privacy and our own thoughts to do it, and maybe like a small circle of friends, a lot of them kind of got pressured to go through their puberty online, and especially being surrounded by people who are older that already kind of have things a little more figured out, not completely. They start idolizing these other people, and they try to become them on their TikToks, and they can't, and it causes a lot of like mental health issues, I believe, in a lot of our youth today. And I'm not saying like everything on the internet can be doing that. Like, you can go on 4chan and fuck up your entire childhood, like God knows a lot of us did. But it just wasn't like 4chan isn't that big of a craze. Reddit isn't even that huge of a craze of like what TikTok's doing, and people are doing these like nut night challenges. Like the dumbest thing we did was the cinnamon one, where you can't swallow a spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah.
And it's
Or
like,
you can, and then you just die. But
does that kill you?
I mean, if you can't breathe,
You'll
after
fucking
swallowing
choke.
cinnamon, yeah, then probably. But I would
Yeah,
like
but
to,
like,
So I'm just lighting some incense off screen.
yeah.
Just,
I would beg to argue that.
I heard you
TikTok's
talking
not
shit.
really the start. TikTok's not really the start of, people going through puberty, like doing dumb things. I would say that it's kind of just like another outlet. I mean, ever since like the YouTube has blown up, like I know 2010. If it wasn't on YouTube or like trending on YouTube, then like no one really like cared about it. And then it became like
Yeah.
Twitter.
people were doing it on Vine, and then and then Twitter came out, and then people were posting stuff on Twitter, and it kind of just like wherever there was able to be like shock content for video stuff, like it would happen. Vine was Musically, YouTube,
Yeah.
even like early Twitch, like booby streamers and shit. Like that kind of shock content that people flock to, that blows up a channel real big. Like I know a lot of people found Tumblr in like '08 or something.
Mhm.
As like their first exposure to like stupid challenges and stuff. Like I don't know, post your favorite furry porn that you've ever watched.
Oh,
and
God.
challenge. So,
It's my
Oh, fuck.
my biggest issue with TikTok, because like at least for me personally, it was great in helping me discover my sexuality. Because I'd go on queer TikTok and I'd be like, I want to bang him, her, them, him, her, them, him, her, them. It was great, but it's the enabling of really bad ideals and sort of making light of a lot of really serious situations.
Yep.
Like people dressing up like they're Holocaust victims and being like, POV, you're in heaven and you ask this girl how she died, or shit like that. And
seems like it's...
sorry, and or like videos that seem to make light of like sexual assault, stuff like that, where it's like, I understand a lot of them are kids and don't really understand the gravity of their actions, but it's sort of this herd mentality of that person's doing that video, so it's okay. And all of a sudden you have a lot of people that think a lot of things are okay when they're not.
Yeah.
It just seems like this very very weird mesh because it's so popular. It's so trendy and in the times, and it just seems like, you know, we're in an age now where everybody is using it, from like baby boomers to farmland gremlins to city
Dude, you
kids
got
to
country boys, city boys, e-boys, soft boys,
actually,
frog talk,
it's
goth
like
talk.
it's like a weird merging of, like, you know, the old ideals of internet culture, where like if it can be like memed and people just say, oh, it's just a joke, bro, don't don't take too much offense to it. That like mentality is applied to things that when people try and put things out with good intention on TikTok and then throw it around, and then that's how the controversy starts. It's a lot of these different worlds kind of meshing, you know. I think that TikTok's a very good case example of the just like two different worlds. Not to sound like a hippie, being like the worlds, bro. But
yeah. No, I agree, and I think that it's also been like thinking of it more as a whole, as like what the internet's like divulged into. It's kind of been like a work in progress this whole time, because around 2010 to 2013 is like the rise of like all this shock humor. People would just jump online and just like, you'd be like, there'd
Well,
be
like
like
all
a
of Shane
cartoon
Dawson.
song. Yeah,
Like,
and then
all
like
of
the
Shane
N-word
Dawson's old
pops up, and
content.
it's like funny as hell. And there's always the need, as we get numb to like shock humor, just like to outdo the next person. It just becomes shock factor, not even comedy anymore. Because especially like you look at those jokes said, and like look at any comedian's tweets between like 2012 and 2013, and it's some pretty like crazy stuff.
like
But
Lyndon Johnson,
yeah,
early RW.
yeah, but like it's all in the sense of humor. Like they have a joke, they have a whole setup and everything, but it's a shock joke. But now you only get like the punchline of that with no setup, no actual. Because you can make. I'm a firm believer of you can make just about any situation funny.
I
Like
was
looking at comedians like Dave Chappelle makes the whole idea like of like being transgender pretty funny. Not in a way that's bagging on them or downing them. It's just like the whole setup to talk about it, the being trapped in a body you don't feel comfortable in thing, and he has this whole explanation of it, and then the punchline comes of like, oh, there's these whatever it is he says. But nowadays, like so many people get on TikTok and it's just like
it's just
kill
that.
yourself, shit like that. Like yeah,
I think the difference between Dave Chappelle and a TikToker's humor is that Dave Chappelle's kind of been around. He knows, you know, how to make like touchy, like that's the thing that comedians are good at, is they know how to make. And if they're not good at it, then they're not good comedians. But like good comedians
100%.
they know how
Like,
to make touchy subjects like funny, because you need to talk about them in a humorous way to be able to express them to certain audiences.
like
I think it's
I have a I've got a joke in my repertoire of performance, and I've made this joke near enough every time I've been on a stage doing comedy, which has been quite a few times. And yeah, sure, fucking hold up, give me a second. So you guys know I'm not a violent person or one to settle disputes with my fists. You know, I'm a poet. I'm just a fanciful creature gallivanting about, wanting to settle things with words and calm civil discourse. But this doesn't mean that a nigga won't stand up if someone's fucking around. I ain't no bitch. Like the other day, I'm walking down the street. This dude walks right past me, fucking bumps into me and everything, nearly knocks me over. I'm holding shit in my hands. I'm like, hey, watch where you're going. The motherfucker turns around. He's like, why don't you watch where you're going, nigger? I'm like, whoa, oh, hell no. Pause up, like this was Southpaw, right? So, you know, one thing led to another, you know, led to an altercation of fisticuffs, as they say in the olden days. And to cut a long story short, I mean, I won the fight. That dude couldn't really reach far up from his wheelchair.
Wow. That was okay. I was like, something's gonna happen.
And so
And that's
what I
landed
would say
every
with
single
that-
time.
what I say and why that it's so funny, because I love comedians, I love the comedy aspect, and I read into it a lot too. It's just like there's different layers to it, and
Oh,
that is an
definitely.
example of like shock comedy for sure, because that's not what the fuck you expected.
Yeah.
But the punchline was not, this man's in a wheelchair, laugh at him. The punchline was, I am a fucked up person who hit a person in a wheelchair, and I'm
And-
bragging about how I won the fight. And that's the whole self-deprecating joke. The fact that you had a disabled person in there, and there's like, disabilities aren't funny. That wasn't the point. The point wasn't the dude's in a wheelchair. The point was just like a whole like nigga moment, and
Yeah.
this dude's in a wheelchair. So you're making fun of black people with the nigga moments. You're making fun of yourself for like going into the situation of it.
Doing
And then,
that.
yeah, like there's layers to it, and it's a hilarious, great joke, and it's always gonna land.
But then
When
there's
people are just like, a wheelchair challenge, let's just fucking tackle a dude out of the wheelchair and make a TikTok out of it. Like, that shit doesn't fly.
like
I mean,
the,
it
the,
will fly if you get tackled out.
the other layer, the other layer is that it also goes away in humanizing someone with disabilities. Because I was talking about this to a friend of mine who's, well, how do I say this? How do I say this without coming across like a dick? Their body's broken, and their organs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all jinkety janked. It's fucking hilarious sometimes.
Are they single?
Unfortunately, no. I mean, it's funny 'cause it's the same friend who said you're cute. So I'm sorry, dude.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sweet. No, it's all good. It's all
But it was they were. So he was just like, oh yeah, no, it's a really funny joke, but also like, because in that situation, you're treating this person as a disability, as if you treat anyone else,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, sorry.
No, I mean, I was just gonna say that like people with disabilities, you know, they're just people, but they just have this thing that, you know.
Got dealt a bit of a shitty hand.
Yeah, they play life on hardcore mode, honestly, I would say.
I mean, like I have a 3-inch penis, so I've definitely got my life
Yeah.
on hardcore.
Yeah, micro penis is hard mode. I mean, we got Lunar and I with our skin color is hard mode for the
Yeah.
Dude,
gameplay.
for some reason I decided to up the difficulty by like
Yeah.
being queer as well. Whoops. I've hit
Yeah,
all
that man's
three
super
markers.
hard. Yeah.
I've hit all three markers for the
dude.
KKK to come get my ass. Black,
Yeah, at the end of this playthrough, bro,
Queer.
you're gonna, at the end
Both
of
at
this
the same
playthrough,
time.
You're gonna have like so many things to
achievements.
Yeah,
Bro.
dude, like the trophies will be outstanding.
Oh, fucking too right, man. But it's like the whole idea of a joke is meant to be entertaining, but then like I hate this fucking shielding of, oh, it's just a joke, bro. No, I'm sorry, but you making a joke about a trans woman being a man is not a joke. It's transphobic, it's bigoted, and you saying it's just a joke and you making those kind of jokes, that leads to shitty ideas being implanted in your fucking head, dude. Like,
It does.
like,
people that say that it's just a joke are insecure about the joke that they're making. You know, they
Exactly.
don't want to be called out on the bullshit that they just spit. You know, I used to have this problem when I was an edgy 10-year-old and thought, you know, because my friend group of people like to say the N-word, and I was like, oh wow, cool N-word jokes. Like, no, it's it's just saying it's just a joke is not like, it's not.
Yeah.
That's like I don't know.
it's literally the first step in marginalizing a group of people. Like, my friend was in a proper workshop about all this stuff, and it was literally the first step was making jokes on the behalf of a certain group of people, because that then normalizes that kind of behavior. Like, when I was back in the Middle East, I'm not proud of it, but I was hella homophobic and transphobic. And it wasn't until I came here and actually fucking, oh, those jokes are dumb. They're not even that funny. Like the attack helicopter joke. Oh, I identify as an attack helicopter. Get bent, you fucking turf. If you're gonna make a
It wasn't even
joke,
funny to begin with. Like,
if you're gonna make a joke about identity, at least make it funny.
yeah.
Like,
At least if you're gonna make a joke about my identity, like make it about ice cream. That way you can eat me afterwards.
Yeah, bro. Wait,
See, like,
bro.
you gotta add the extra layer to it.
And so, like, with that, I have to politely, somewhat disagree with, as I think, because comedy is definitely a huge aspect of today's life. Like, it honestly brings me out of depressions and brings a lot of people out of it. And it's all in how you use the attack helicopter thing of just like, you can't make the punchline of a joke be a person or something that someone can't change about themselves. Like,
Oh no, I'm not saying
that's
like
just
the
it. Like,
entire idea
yeah,
of the
there can
jokes
be,
is shitty. I'm saying
yeah,
like or at least like it's the one joke that I keep seeing
yep.
like
It's,
transphobes keep
The
using.
most way that people are like, oh, I identify as an attack helicopter are people that are ignorant to the subject itself. But some people that use it could be like, you know, I identify as an attack helicopter because I'm trying to shoot you down tonight. You know what I'm saying?
see, like, yeah, there's something
there's
to
ways,
it.
Yeah.
There's ways that you could spin it that make it, you know, so that you're
Actually
telling it
funny.
or diverting it away from the expectation, therefore the comedy part.
The
But if you're
expectation
using it-
subversion is the biggest part of comedy.
Exactly. If you're using it, you know, in ignorance, then it will come up, you know, as extremely homophobic, which is why it's easy to tell between if it's actually funny or not.
And what it is, it's like there's some memes or like some comedians out there say something and then somebody hears it, it gets cut up with their fucking childhood up in here, and they just blurt out whatever they see it as, or like whatever like shock value they see from the punchline, and that's it. And they're just like, this is funny because that comedian dude made me laugh with this joke, so I'm gonna make other people laugh with this one fucking part of this giant joke that took this dude probably weeks to write and perform and perfect, to get the comedic value of it out without like just straight up dissing the people who identify as something other than what they are.
Like
And then
it's like Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Like Bill Burr, if you take any of his punchlines out of context, in a courtroom, sounds like the worst thing you've ever fucked. No doesn't mean no. Well, fuck. Hey, Jer Bear, how you doing, Sugar Nips?
And there's a lot of people, just like Dane Cook, even though he just kind of blew up and disappeared, unfortunately. Like, people like
Bo Burnham, who made an entire song
Burnham,
called "Kill Yourself."
Yeah. And it's like the whole song too. Like, while we're speaking on the thing of like sexuality and stuff, he made a whole song called "My Whole Family Thinks I'm Gay," and it's like,
It's not just his family.
yeah, his boyfriend thinks he's gay too.
Yeah.
So, like, but see, that's the funniest part. It's like, at no point he uses all these gay stereotypes and all this stuff and like the funny jokes of like what people would say of how gay he is.
He also knows how to use a slur really well.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite of his jokes is just don't guys hate it when you're sucking a guy's dick and he turns out being a faggot?
Yeah, like, see, that part, like, that's where the shock humor is of, like, that I love, and that's my favorite kind of
It's just
humor.
like,
It's just like
these fags and their tasty dicks, am I right?
exactly. It's like, the shock is, like, he's not even, the focus of the joke isn't the people who are gay. The focus is himself, like, and it's making light of the fact that he's, like, or in the joke rather, he's like fighting against his freaking gayness and just like, hey, he's just one of the guys, and he's just sliding it under the table that he's sucking dudes' dicks. He's like, I know, what a gay dude. Like, this man really like came and flopped out the fact that he was gay up while I was taking in the ass. Like, what the fuck? Why would he tell? Dude, like, you can't just fucking walk up to a dude and tell them that they're gay while you're like deep their asshole. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Whoa, buddy, we said no homo. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But no,
I feel like
it's
it's because,
yeah.
you know, if you're talking about yourself and you're kind of reclaiming a word, you know, that has been used to, like, you know, marginalize you and attack and berate you, like, I don't know, like the F word, because I don't feel like saying stuff.
Yeah,
So,
no.
like if you
I literally only said it in the context of retelling.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Just because there'll probably be a time where I'm like more suited to talk about the intellectuals of horror comedy, but right now is not one of those times.
I just noticed he's sitting there smiling, like just into the camera, not moving, as the token white dude,
Token white guy,
the token white
podcast,
straight
yes.
guy, just sitting there like, oh god, they just said the N-word. Oh shit, he just said that, but he's gay, so it's okay. What? Hold up.
I mean, as a bi person, I definitely have some faggotry. Let's be real. But,
It's at least 50%.
There are a lot of pure homosexual moments that I have done in my life.
Pure.
But
Just.
it's like, I don't know.
Sorry, I just really like the phrase "pure homosexual moment."
Yes.
You ever just had a pure het moment?
Yeah, sometimes I just wake up and I was just like, damn, I'm feeling really fucking heterosexual today. Like,
I think I might go to the gym and berate the next white woman.
You know, like the whole toxic masculinity thing, like it invaded my thoughts last night, and now today I'm gonna show it to the world.
Give me a 1-2.
Just hey, do you want a cookie? What? No, I ain't like that.
Don't you talk to me and wait again?
I'm not sucking dick. It's kind of hard for people that take to their sexuality. So I feel bad because I didn't actually know that RedSkyRising, you're bi, but then there's a lot of people who live with the pressure of being so straight all the fucking time. I identify as a straight male.
Sucks to be you.
But there's just it sucks, dude. We're such a fucking minority now, dude. It's like we're oppressed every fucking day. I have to dance around the topic. There are people that aren't like me. What the fuck? But and there's people that are actually they carry this burden of just I need to make other people feel bad, or to make myself feel good, because first off, a lot of them at heart are just they're scared that they might be gay, and that's really what the biggest thing is too. And it's you see these people who just straight up go for what they feel inside without any kind of thought of oh, these other people might think of me this way, which is wrong because they always think of it like that. You can't not think about what other people think. And then they're just sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Especially in the States, I just wanted to touch on this. It's just there's so much from a sense of entitlement.
Boop.
You know, that you already know what type of person you're talking to by the first sentence that they say out. You know, my grandparents, although my mom's side and dad's side grandparents are vastly different, it's you know that they're gonna say some bigoted shit the moment you start talking about anything related to human rights.
Yeah.
Or just basic human decency.
Yeah, because it's not political. It really isn't. And it's funny because just people make it all to be political or religious, and it's not. Human rights shouldn't be politicized or made into a religion. It should just be fucking normal. That should be a given.
And there's just still people that believe that religion is kind of the capstone for being able to say that their beliefs are bigoted and things. And I'm kind of that at least right now, where I don't know if being having that religious protection makes it okay for you to berate people, because religions get a lot of protections in the States anyway, even though now they shouldn't, because people that own churches make bank.
Yep.
Let's not even. That's
we're talking about religion, politics.
no. I'm talking about like
comedy.
mega church odors. That's a. Yo, I could
I
go
know, I
for a
just mean, like-
week.
That's the kind of shit that
I
gets
just
you
mean
killed.
like we're touching all of our bases on this episode. Episode 2.
Episode 2 all over the place.
Yep.
Yes.
What's really funny is I have some friends. I have friends in all different like
Walks of
situations,
life.
and I have a friend that's very religious, like very very religious. Was homeschooled by his religious family too, so it's like he was very. But this man is one of the key advocates I would know of Black Lives Matter, and he's somebody that does not believe in homosexuality. He does not go around hunting homosexuals. He does not think they don't deserve to be happy, or if you're queer or whatever.
I'm sorry.
He just is like, hey,
You gave me a
I
fucked up
disagree with
image in
that.
my head.
yeah, like
I mean, I guess
he's,
there's a
that's it.
difference between-
That's it.
There's a difference between like
Yeah.
you know personally disagreeing with stuff, because there's stuff that I personally disagree with that like you know I'm not just gonna go out there and like if someone else agrees with it, be like, oh hey, like I feel like you know I'm gonna
Hey,
attack
fuck you.
now. Hey, by the way, you know I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm
for,
gonna
like,
murder
10
you
minutes
now.
and- yeah. So would you like the hatchet or the gun? I can do both. I mean,
Ambidextrous
farmland.
here.
I mean, if
Both
it's
is easier.
if it's the hatchet, can you at least be humming while you're doing it?
You already know it. You already know.
But speaking of humming, I want to talk about this new Dead by Daylight shit.
Oh my
Cause what?
God. Nothing. Just say what
I haven't
you
been
wanna
exposed
say.
to it. What is it?
No, what's wrong? Nah, come on, Red. What's wrong?
What? You mean like? Are you talking about the blight?
I don't know. I mean,
Or
well, I mean, the Blight seems fun to play. I'm not gonna lie, but
I'm just stretching right now. So if it looks like I'm sitting weird, it's because I am.
no, that's all right. Like, I'll definitely say Blight is quite a fascinating. Not, I wouldn't say too fascinating of a killer. He doesn't really interest me too much, except like, I think his design and backstory are pretty cool. But I'm talking like they added in new maps, did some visual reworks on like generators, palettes and stuff.
Damn.
And
I like it.
yeah, I loaded into the game today and I was like, it's running at 60 frames. It's
Oh,
like, what the fuck did they do?
I think that like I'm 100% on board with game studios updating their passion projects. You know, keep as long as they're like you know, like they listen to their community and stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like Destiny and Fall Guys and studios that you know.
As soon as
Without
Destiny
this-
moved away from Activision,
Yeah, it
that
just
was
got
when,
better, like,
yeah, like,
classic.
It-
Yeah. But it's honestly making me want to go back and like actually try to play Destiny because I just didn't like it the first time I went through both the games. But I hear it's good. So
yeah, no, I'm
with-
planning on getting back into it.
I think I'm
With the
going
new,
to
like-
as well, especially being free.
Yeah.
Well, with like new DVD stuff, you're always gonna have people that you know complain about shit. Like if you go on their Twitter and you look at their replies and stuff, that's always, oh wow, DVD is so sexist. They haven't added a female to the game in quite some time. And
Most
literally in
of
the
wait,
last,
most of the survivors are women.
Yeah.
yes, and literally in the last update, they added Cheryl from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I think they're just talking about like killers, or not, because like one of them was a fucking alien, and Pyramid Head's technically, I feel.
I feel like Pyramid Head would.
It's a male.
I feel like Pyramid Head is a non-binary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. Can you
That's what I was.
can you even gender most of those killers? Like,
Like, there's
besides,
definitely some like Huntress because you know it's
I mean, her name is
a
Anna.
version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are some
And
where
there's
it's like,
the spirit that's like blatantly obvious.
yeah. But like Oni probably if I read some of their backstories, then yeah. be able to. But Pyramid Head's literally just like they walk the streets of Silent Hill. You know, it doesn't say they could be a guy or a girl. I'm not sure if it's specified in the lore.
Yeah.
And it's definitely the Demogorgon's like an alien. You don't know what the fuck that is.
And like, yeah, there's
Whatever fucking Bing Bong is.
Whatever
the fuck that is.
Oh no! Wait, I need to tell. Wait, we need to Red. So me and Ray go into a game. It was like 5 a.m, and and all 4 of us are at one generator, and you just hear bing bong. We just scatter like cockroaches.
People just fucking. People into existence. We're like, fuck. It's like cockroaches when you turn the lights on, and then like this man hunted everybody down, and then like I'm the last one alive because I'm playing Blendette, and I am the fucking god of sneaking. I'm opening the door, and then I see like fucking the freaking shimmer camouflage shit, and I was like, nope. And I start running. Don't know how this motherfucker caught up to me, but while I'm vaulting over like a window, hits me, and then I'm like, fuck. And then you see this motherfucker going around like jovially just coming towards me.
Jovially.
That's all you can describe it. He's like skipping and like.
It's like listening to an ebook. Bing bong jovingly
slaughtering them in a passionate manner.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like too many people complain about things that are either like game that are just pure, like, okay, this is just part of the game. You don't need to bitch at me for playing the game. Like obviously I get salty over like survivors who know the maps well enough to loot me properly. But like, I mean, like, that's not them being a dickhead, that's them being a good player.
Being good at the game, yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know, definitely, last night Zach was like, hey, we should go into competitive DVD. And I said, absolutely not.
No. I want to enjoy this game.
Yeah, people that actually know how to play and like know how to run their characters to like a T. Like, that
terrifying.
scares me. Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like there's,
especially when you're being ran around by console players.
but like there's that. There's like, alright, yeah, nah, this person's just playing the game. But then like, shit that I hate. Like I've been playing a lot of Killer lately, and I'd say about 90% of the games I've played will end with survivors running to the door, waiting for me to get there, teabagging several times, and then running out, with one survivor going to find the hatch. And that just fucking annoys me, because I'm like, just leave.
Yeah.
Just walk out the door. Like, you proved your point. You won. You beat me. Yeah. Don't fucking stand there until the timer's going all the way down and just like clicking your flashlight. I'm fucking sitting there as Legion, just like fucking like just running around the center of the map because I don't want to look at these motherfuckers. Like, if you're gonna do that, come to the middle of the map and then be a dickhead, right?
Yeah. Like,
have some balls.
Have the actual skill to walk up to the killer, teabag, and then actually fucking run circles around and just run out the door. Because if they do that in the middle of the map, all you can do is applaud. Like, you obviously are better than me, just go ahead and take it. Because these people like will fucking
go in ultra instinct.
Yep.
On the Gideon meat packing plan, I did some sick fucking loops yesterday. Like I'm getting good at that map. As long as you're not bing bong, I'm amazing on that map. Like,
yeah, I
have
actually
a problem with a nurse, but like, I don't know. As long as you like stand right in front of the pallet, like, and they're on the other side of it, and you just if they come over, if they like teleport into it, just jump over. Simple.
No, I've had times where like I've tried to pallet stun, but I was on the wrong side, so I end up just like. This is a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like step bro. What are you doing?
What are you doing, step
What are you
killer?
doing, step killer? I just dropped the talent on the wrong side. You're definitely not gonna hit me until I ball over this, right? Wait, what are you doing? Why are you dragging me off of it? Please.
Like, I definitely think there are like ways to be a bit of a dickhead in the game by using like,
Yeah.
but like if you're just using what the game gave you, does that make you a dickhead or does that make you an opportunist?
Yeah, like if you understand the game mechanics, it's
So it's like, I'm probably gonna get crucified for this. It's a lot like Fall Guys too. People get mad about it. The fact
Watch
that
it.
you can grab
Oh,
the
God.
fact that
It's
you
a
can
pellet
grab
gun.
somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can grab other people has pissed people off to no end. And it's like you can grab them and push them a little bit and stuff, and it's like
I love that.
People
The
get-
Rising Slime map.
like yeah, like everybody gets really. Now there's people that straight up are like, I'm gonna grab you and push us both off, and that's some like assholery right there.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
there's
I
times-
would do that. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the fruit match thing, I will stand in the wrong spot and just hold someone there. But that's if I'm playing with friends.
Yeah, that's different there. It's like where people trying to win and they literally just get on and I'm gonna fuck this person over. That's a little different. There's a separate level of hell for the hackers in this fucking dumb game. But it's you see that in Rocket League and in Fall Guys and stuff because in Rocket League you can just like demo somebody else. It's part of the game. If it was made into the game where you could blow up an enemy team member and score on them, an enemy team like and your other teammate could score on them or something, use it. Like that's what it's meant for. You're not gonna get mad at people for using the freaking gas button in there or like jumping in Fall Guys and diving. Like what the fuck?
Damn, you're moving a character in a game that requires you to move your character? What?
Not
Fuck is wrong with
Pog.
you? Should be
Not
banned.
Pog.
Uninstall.
I hate the word normie so fucking much. But like, it normie ties right in with Reddit elitism. There are people on Reddit who think that because Reddit is like the I'm not like other girls of social media.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it fucking is.
I will definitely.
R slash
Farm some Reddit karma with me today.
Dank memes is a decrepit hellhole of bigotry.
Yeah.
You should, just don't go into Instagram meme pages, comment section, because they're literally like actually bad.
Yeah, no, those are the like Instagram comedy is the death of culture. It's literally the death of culture. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like, it was when all the Vine stars started doing videos that were longer than 6 seconds
Yeah.
that
And
then
then they realized that they couldn't act, so
or make
Yep.
jokes for the fucking life of them.
then they just became offensive. Like, everyone tries to be iDubbbz, but no one has the mental capacity.
To be iDubbbz.
Yeah, iDubbbz or Pink Guy.
I don't even. Well, I mean, Filthy Frank fucking ended that shit for his own sanity.
And it helped.
Yeah.
Apparently, like it was actually damaging his throat to do that, which I could understand.
Yeah.
And
That's why, like, I wish some of these meme pages would, after 5 or 6 years of running really toxic meme pages, be like, okay, this isn't for me anymore, chief, I'm out.
yeah.
But I realize that some of them are like, they were raised into it essentially from like high school, and then they earn a shit ton of money doing it by running ads. So, yeah.
The only I'm at a point where most of my memes on Reddit come from like trans and queer subreddits or wholesome memes.
I only use Reddit to find like artwork, to find like photography porn and art porn.
Oh, I use it for regular porn and wallpapers mostly.
Yeah.
I use it for forums and stuff. Like you have almost any issue with anything.
Oh,
And then,
100%.
like,
Also,
animation posts and
Yeah.
animation posts.
Anime shit posting.
I mean,
Have-
shitpost crusaders.
Yeah, I mean that one.
That's
too.
a-
It's a fun.
There's gay sound shit posting, which is literally just using one image of the same character in different like facial expressions, but the title of the post is everything, and the picture is either like happy gay sounds, nervous gay sounds, sad gay sounds, just that format. Like someone will be like, "Fuck, my mom found my thigh high socks and is now suspicious that I might be trans," and just like a nervous trans noise.
I think communities like that are beneficial, you know, especially since like the trans movement is becoming more, you know, culturally accepted, hopefully, and
The trans agenda.
the trans agenda. So
Oh,
eventually,
damn,
trans people
transgender's
can just
been
take over the transgender. So hopefully,
Yeah.
trans people can just take over the world. Honestly.
It would be. I'd be down for that, dude. They'd do a much better job than whoever the fuck's currently working the helm.
We need like a year of all either trans or female leaders, and then just like we can make an anime out of it, and then we'll be set for the next like 100 years of like content for the cultural reset.
It'll be amazing. Well, I mean, the Prime Minister of New Zealand is is a leader that I respect. Fuck, can we not objectify?
So,
Like,
like literally like it's not even because she's like semi-good looking. It's because like her policies, bro. If you have a good policy in foreign affairs agenda, like AOC, on top of being extremely powerful, not only is she a League of Legends Sona main, she's also like
her policies.
yeah, all the policies.
Get 10 out
Is
of
that
10.
napkin? What the fuck you pulling a napkin out for, dude?
Oh no, I just realized
What you
my.
working on your computer?
No, I just realized my my speakers are hella dusty.
Nice.
Yeah,
Quick
so,
Pepsi
like-
intermission.
I don't want to get too much into like politics with it. I think that there's
We're too.
much of like a tyranny of the minority right now,
Yeah.
and there's like nothing you can do. I don't think overcorrection is the answer, because there's another unpopular opinion is that like the Me Too movement caused a crazy overcorrection, and there are a lot of toxic, crazy women out there. Just as much as there's toxic, crazy masculine men, women, there are women who are toxic and like take advantage and revel in the fact that they're being listened.
Amber Heard.
It's just like, yeah, it's just a point where it's like, believe woman no matter what. Johnny Depp is crucified on the media, and then finally stuff comes out and people are like, oh, we're not gonna talk about the fact we crucified Johnny Depp, but we need to go after Amber Heard. She's a horrible person. But nobody's like, we all need to apologize to Johnny Depp, or like he needs to get his jobs back. He needs to do all this other stuff.
There are people like, I don't know if it's like an instinct or what, but people just have like this natural drive to just want to be mean to other people. Like you see it in a lot of older folks after, you know, worked at deep jobs for the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like half my family's like that, where they've worked like, they're successful, yes, but like they just work like hard jobs, and they, you know, think that it's a part of that American entitlement. It's like, you know, I work a hard 9 to 5 job, or like 6 to 5, or however long.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I feel entitled, you know, so like someone doesn't give me the food, it ruins my day, therefore, you know, I'm going to verbally berate this person and go beat the shit out of them in front of my fiance.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
Like in the old
Christ.
days, baby.
Yeah.
Back in the old days. What's up, Sawchuck? Welcome
I
to
think-
Lunar's Landing, episode 2, all over the place.
I
We-
think that it's like an issue with people not being happy in what they're doing. Even if you love your job, there's a point where it's like you really aren't happy, and you can't always let these things out at work because you enjoy making money and being able to afford food.
I don't think
And
the last, like, I've worked at a lot of like places, and I can definitely feel within like the first couple weeks if I'm going to get like worn out there or not. And honestly, trying my hardest to work as like a streamer, like since this is a small streamer podcast, we can talk about that baby.
Hey,
Like,
did someone say segue?
like honestly, like doing this is like I just started a job at a coffee shop in high school, and I don't think I ever want to leave it because like it's been a couple weeks of me working there, and just the environment and like the transparency, I guess, of like doing it makes it so that like even if we're swamped and we're busy, and I'm doing things that I don't like to do, I still want to do it because I like the place I work, which has never fucking happened before. Like when I worked at American Eagle, it was pretty much like I hated standing around doing nothing, but I loved talking to the pretty people that came into the store because I was 16 at the time, and most of the people that came into the mall were high schoolers. So I got to flirt with people above my pay grade and below my pay grade.
Nice.
But yeah, if you find a job, like I don't think I ever want to stay tied down to a single thing other than like something gaming related, because like I've been in theater for a couple of years and like doing director stuff and management things and even just creation stuff like that burns you out real quick. Food will burn you out, even though I think coffee is actually like the sexiest occupation to be in. Like, if
I was just about to say, I'd kill to see you in your fucking barista uniform.
I would love to get an espresso machine and just make like TikToks of me like when I'm like ripped, like I'll be like shirtless making coffee. Like you could smell the espresso through the phone.
Grind coffee beans all over my chest, Daddy.
I'm getting a bit horny. I'm not gonna lie.
Grind coffee beans all over TikTok.
Just making it rain like Salt Bay, like
putting the grounds in.
What, ground coffee, dude? That would get everywhere. That'd be all in all the crevices. Just.
I'm going. Yeah. Man, I really am all over the place. I'm sorry. Someone else talk.
No,
I think we all are.
Like, I'm loving this. I'm fucking
We're
loving
jumping
this.
from topic to topic. This is nice.
It's brilliant. No, but like, it's funny because that's my brother's. That's my older brother's ambition as well. Is to get like a proper fucking like barista level coffee maker, and it's like I'm just like have people over, be like, what do you want? What? Half shot macchiato? I got you. Fucking
real shit.
Handing people coffee as soon as they get in the door. It's like, what are you doing? I'm busy. I got orders. He's like got a little drive-through operating from his window.
Hey, they said Saltchuck said in chat, just a heads up.
I turned the output up.
Okay.
I need to what I hear here is different than what people there hear, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I have that problem sometimes too.
Yep.
So
the chat usually lets me know.
Yeah, well, this time it took.
Normally we're usually being loud, so.
No, you guys are fine. I'm
definitely a chill podcast for sure.
No, I'm being quiet. Like, you guys have been able to hear me decent this whole time, yeah?
Yeah. It's been fun.
Alright, cool, because, like, I am talking at, like, a hushed tone. Has gotten a bit better when you up the output. Alright, let me... Alright. Now, that should be Supreme Patty style. I'm so glad we have left that era of YouTube pranks. But
I thought you were about to say left the era of Supreme, because I definitely hold up. I definitely have this half Supreme, totally not Supreme shirt of merch that I'm shamelessly plugging right now.
Well,
the Apple with the Blanca collection. This is a unisex tank.
That's alright, because Supreme itself is a rip-off logo that was blatantly stolen from... Ironically, the Supreme logo was stolen from an artist who used that format, that artwork, as an anti-capitalist statement
Yeah.
I like
That's how he stole the capitalist statement.
the most capital. Like, bro, you guys ever see
All
those
of it.
videos? You guys ever see those videos of people like, yeah, how much your outfit worth, bro? Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, yeah, right here, I've copped the ice, got me fucking $300 shirt, got this jacket here, looks like every regular jacket, but see inside it, it's got that little thing. It's $2,000. I'm like, bro,
Like, motherfucker, I'm wearing a $30 outfit.
like,
The
bro,
shirt was free. My joggers are from American Eagle, and they were like $20, and these were like $5. I'm wearing some like fuzzy slippers. Like,
Yeah.
I hate people that talk shit about how much they spend on shit. Like,
I like. All right, mate. You spent $2,500 to look like the Pillsbury Dough Man had a fucking gastro bypass. Really?
and that's for one outfit. Like, do they wear it all the time, or do they spend another $2,500 for at least 4 other outfits? Because I have like
Bro.
five outfits I like to wear if I need to look like pretty cool, casual.
Depending on what I like these are running shoes that I got for like 70. Just
Oh
because I
damn,
like
your
them.
leg!
Yeah, not to
You
flex
see
my
him again?
leg.
Yeah, he's flexing his
My
calves
leg.
there. Look at them calves.
Dude, you can see like this my fucking thick runner calf.
Sorry,
My
I'll,
hand just like
let me
came
flex
up
that.
like,
Let me flex
oh,
that
yeah.
bisexual energy by wearing a flannel shirt.
Oh yeah.
If a shirt is more than $20, I won't buy it. Pants, the most I spend is $50. Shoes, I'll spend
if
up
I
to
like-
$100.
If I like the creator who's selling the shirt, or like, you know, the brand for it, like
Definitely.
I'll support them because I like their stuff.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Which actually, I am planning on buying some of each of you guys.
Y'all fucking know it.
Starting on the way scheme, so
It causes me to like spending money on clothes is like painful to me. Is the problem, and so I'm just talking myself into.
It's like every black guy I've ever fucking met. I swear to God.
It's like I fucking can't stand it. Like I go shopping for clothes. I shit you not, probably once a year. I drop like $400 on like as many outfits as I can and the stuff I actually like and feel comfortable in, and then I never go back to the mall for the rest of the year. Like I'm fucking done.
Dude, no, when I go home to visit my parents, my mom has to my mom practically forces me to go buy new clothes because like it's been a year and a half. You're a raggedy ass motherfucker. Go get you some clothes. I'm like, damn, mama. All right,
My
whatever.
mom does that with me in shoes, and
I'm still
it's like,
pimping.
I do not like to wear. I wear like some $20 like shoes, and I stomp the heels down and wear them like fucking
You see
slides.
this fucking shoe rack over here, bro?
Yeah.
I spend mad bucks on shoes.
We
I
see that.
definitely should've.
We
I just can't. and it's
no
like,
one
have you
brought
talked-
it up.
Have you like that's what I'm talking about. Like if you look at a lot of the big streamers too, they're really into high fashion design. Like Toby on the telly especially, and
Yeah.
like they're like spending like $2,000 on some off-white shoes, and I'm like, motherfucker. Like
When I was in Japan, bro, like people were out there dropping like big biddies on fucking like Harajuku fashion, bro. Like honestly, I think some of the shit looks super ugly, but that
shit
drip
like
over there,
K-pop wearing.
yeah, like the whole Asian fashion scene is so crazy.
It's
Like you think it's expensive over here,
no, it's
man. Those Scooby-Doo shoes that are just chilling up there, they were like $110 maybe. But like that's chump change in comparison to like underwear from Japan sometimes.
the
Like
most I've ever
underwear
spent
got,
on
like,
shoes.
like
Well,
boxer briefs, one leg is like down and one's like up.
no, the most
Sucks.
the most I've spent on shoes was for my Doc Martens.
Nice.
Cause like, so I don't know if you guys, so Edinburgh, Scotland just rains so fucking much. We get so much fucking rain, and I was at a point where I didn't have any pair of shoes that were solidly waterproof, and it was like, yeah, no, shoes for me is a buy on necessity. I don't think I've ever bought a pair of shoes on a whim. or like because I accept my Converse in 2016, and that was a mistake because they literally started falling apart a year later.
Things are meant to fall apart.
Bro, it's fucked. Hold up, give me a second.
Like anyone who actually wears Converses has bought like 4 or 5 pairs.
Bro, like,
Yeah.
look at the shits.
Yep, every time.
Like
Anyone
after
who
it-
actually wears Converses regularly, like I think I had a phase of it in high school, of like maybe 4 years or 5 years of wearing them, and I went through like 5 of them. Like once a year, I had to get another pair. It's fucking.
I haven't touched those Converse yet because I know for a damn fact that that's exactly what's gonna happen. There's definitely shoes for a date night where I'm going to like a skating rink or like a bowling alley or something.
Like a
where you
cash-
take them off and like let them sit up there and like model
Bring 'em
themselves.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I love the way worn out Converse look. Like it's the fact
like-
it
It's
wasn't.
personality.
Yeah, no, they weren't always this way. That's the thing. I remember like, a decade ago, I'd have people who would have a pair for like years. I had a pair of Converse. I threw them out once the whole sole wore away. Sawchuck, honestly, man, they're fucking shite nowadays.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just shit quality. But like, nah, Red, you gotta save that for like a casual, like a semi-casual date night. No, nowhere too nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so when I
actually,
go with you, Lunar, when I get to Edinburgh or whatever.
Or when I get to
Got it.
Philly.
I got some.
Okay.
I gotta find.
I mean, no, I 100% know for a fact there's gonna be a situation where I'll be in the States, because I've got my brother in Atlanta.
Yeah,
And
I
I've got-
I want to plan it so we can have like a small streamer party. So I've been talking to Browick and KJ and Zach about it.
It'd be
Zach lives-
fucking wild.
Zach lives in Ohio, and he's like maybe a 5 or 6 hour drive at most away from me.
Mm.
KJ lives about an hour and a half. Browick's in New York. I don't know where. I think Ray is somewhere close to here too. Well, we're all like East Coast centered, which is
Yeah.
nice. So
Yeah.
even if you were like farthest is like South Carolina or like Virginia or something.
Nah, come to Reno. We can go to the clubs, and they don't close till 5 or so in the morning.
Bro, some of us ain't 21 yet. I got. Actually, I was thinking of that for my 21st birthday. You know.
Wait, you're not 20. Wait, how old are you?
20.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I turned 21 in January.
Look at this fucking kid. Can't even go to a club.
Yeah, it's not because the clubs aren't open right now or anything. So
Let's be real. Y'all are like 1 week away from opening clubs in the States. I swear to fuck.
yeah, literally like next week we could just get like we'll hear on the news like, oh yeah, president doesn't care about coronavirus anymore. Opens up
Well, I mean-
everything.
Well, I mean, Toronto had like 500 new cases from a fucking strip club.
Hey,
Nah,
that's drip, right? That's drip.
that is. God. Wait.
Yeah, so I just
So,
I
yeah,
look
these-
like I'm older, but
These are the only shoes I think I spent a decent amount on because I got them custom made.
it's tough.
Yeah, I've worn the shit out of them too, but they kind of like, I had the high top look of old Converses with it, and then the flag and the fabric here
I think like
swayed in the
the
back into my name.
I think the rustic, like, American look is the only American look that I will ever like.
Yeah, I fucking love getting these dirty.
Wait, I'm
and
sorry. Did
making
someone
them
say?
American flag.
Did someone say? Drip?
Damn.
I
You didn't have to flex on us like that.
was in an airport once and I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna get a pocket watch. And my grandma was like, okay, bet. So I got a pocket watch from like South Carolina or something, and I thought it was the drippiest thing ever wearing it around school. Fucking big mistake, bro. The girl I was talking to at the time said, I don't want to be with the fucking Sir Pennington.
Bro, I love
Like,
pocket
okay.
watches. I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've got 3. I've got 3 pocket watches, and I appreciate you,
Yeah.
Sawchuck. Fuck.
I don't know what happened to it. It's probably in my box of old cringy high school memories.
Why do you keep that box?
To remind myself of the progress that has come so far. So every like couple years, I'll go back and look in that box, and it has like the first like photo booth photo that I took with my first girlfriend. It's got my like. It's
I
got,
remember that
it's like
a year
hair
ago.
that I have now, but like it literally like came down to like here. I had hair exactly here, and it's exact same like out the front hairstyle, but it was greasy as all hell, and I was fat, so I looked fucking bad.
Dude,
I
you
didn't even have a beard, bro, to like make it look like I have a full chin. That shit was rough.
I hate going down memory lane so much, but I still do it. Like I have my old book pictures up. Like just sometimes I'll just go down and like look at this shit.
I keep it. I go down
redo it.
memory lane
Redo it red.
all the time. I will. I'll try. I'll try. I'll look like the true Annie-Flex by the time I'm done.
Like I have some like pictures of like when I was in high school, like fucking mirror selfies of like shit I sent to girls and stuff.
Hey, yo, I was taking pictures like that last night. Let's go.
Felt like so long ago, dude. I
Jesus
feel so
Christ.
old in the server sometimes, even though I'm not the oldest one there.
You're like 26, aren't you?
Yeah.
We need to deliver grandma or grandpa.
We have a grandpa,
like-
and it's Merkaba.
Merc
Oh,
is the
really?
grandpa, yeah. Merc is like early 30s, like 32, 33.
No, I'm talking like real shit grandpa, like a 7-year-old person who's.
There's a
getting
dude
straight.
that followed me on
Bro,
Twitter.
bro, I was
saying
on
hi.
this. I was on that Arabian Nights shit, dude.
Hey, Prince Ali,
Five-
fancy is he? Ali,
It's
my
ironic you
God.
say that because that is
Oh my
that
God.
that is my birth name.
Yeah.
No, but that's the funniest part.
It's tough.
I used to have full on emo Bieber hair, almost, Sawchuk.
I could-
If you provide a picture, then I'm pretty sure Red would provide a photo.
Yeah.
Equivalent
I go on,
exchange.
I go down memory lane often.
Look at this shit. Look at it.
Hey, in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
It's so bad. Like all of this shit that I used to do back when I had earrings.
Okay. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Oh,
Oh
man.
god.
Look, I don't know how well.
Look at this shit.
Oh my God, you look like Ray or Chris Brown before he, beat Rihanna.
Oh yeah. It was just so
Sawchuk,
bad.
you are lucky to be here right now.
You're about to be in for the ride of your life when I show you some of my earlier pics. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, look at that sexiness. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Hold up.
He said, "Oh yeah."
He said,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gorgeous.
Hold up, wait. Let me let me find a pic of my ex so I can show you how I lost 120 pounds.
Oh shit.
No, I can't do that to her.
No, that's mean. That's just mean.
That'd be funny though. Here's the. Oh my
show
God,
show
okay,
it to
my
us
turn.
after
Yeah.
the podcast.
Let's do it. Let's see us. Let's see it.
All right. So this is a pic of me at my
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That fucking hair, bro. Look at that. That was my 13th birthday.
Bro.
Dude, talk about the fucking
Talk about
Like,
rough.
turnaround, dude.
Talk about
Like,
a
yeah,
glow
come
up.
on.
no, like the
Literally,
glow up,
though,
the
like-
glow up like hell, dude. Like
It was crazy how ugly I was. I wore a shirt from my nan that said I can't talk to stupid people. Bro.
I can't believe you have a photo of that while in a hospital, dude. What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
but my nan loves taking hospital selfies because she's in and out of the hospital all fucking long. Like, look at that shit, bro. Look at me. That's me in the corner. Fat
Damn.
fucking little bitch. Damn.
Hold on. I gotta go.
And
I
then
gotta
I,
go
like-
back, don't I?
I
Yeah,
I
you
had
gotta
like
show
such
us
a
everything.
phase where I like put anime shit on my Facebook.
oh my god.
Bruh, who let me? Who is this guy?
Wait.
What
Dude,
the
we
fuck?
all
And
have
then like
that,
2
dude.
years
Bro.
later, this is what I looked like. Like, come on now. That's my brother, by the way. He got the good genes in the family. Fuck
Bro.
him.
Bro, you got done dirty.
I
By
did
your
get
own
done dirty,
genetics.
but now I'm definitely sexier. So
I mean, like, I got some pretty sus photos on my Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Look at this shit. I just found some more cringe.
what the
This is
fuck
like
is
wacky
this?
tacky
Wait,
day.
wait. Hold up. I'm not gonna attempt to do it on
Cringe.
Discord because then that might just. Why is that on my fucking Facebook?
I have so many pictures like that that just aren't on my Facebook.
I just.
Imagine dating a Twitch streamer. I posted a tweet that said, "Hey yo, who wants to date? Let me know. I'm taking applications."
Jesus.
Hold up, no. One of my first profile photos on Facebook was. Hold on, let me find this shit. Look at this chunky motherfucker. Look at this. I think this was like 2009 or some shit.
Call that chunky,
That's,
bruh.
I know, bruh.
Bruh.
I used
Did
to
not
be
just
fat
show you
and
my
then,
300-pound self?
I mean, no. Oh, gee.
Yeah, I got a point where I reached almost 300. Like, that shit was rough. And nobody tells you. Like,
Yeah.
nobody tells you you're starting to slowly gain weight until you're already, like,
Wait,
you
Like,
gained,
over
like,
the
80
edge,
pounds.
yeah.
And it's like, bruh.
Bruh.
are you
Calm
kidding,
your
dude?
shit.
All my friends used to call me fat as fuck.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah, I didn't have friends like that. Like, no one told me.
Y'all want to see some cringe though? When I was,
Yes.
how old was I here? When I was, I think, 13. I had an iPod Touch where I downloaded an app that would just put a Sharingan over your fucking eyes and use this as a profile photo.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Bro, when I was
That is
in
so
8th
fucking.
grade, when I was in 8th grade, I made a fake Facebook account called Star something. I don't know, but then like I
Check your Discord. Fuck's sakes, Chuck.
it was my first Facebook girlfriend.
We
It was
got.
myself. It was my fake ass anime girl.
Wait. Saw Chuck 9 years
Hey,
ago.
yo, he looks like he's from
Hey.
Big Time Rush. Let's go.
Yes, he does.
Dude, thanks for sharing, homie.
Thank you.
You look like the guy who gets left on red way too often.
Damn.
Are we doing our roast your fans?
Yeah.
Hey, Ali1 Vegeta, thank you for the follow.
So let's transition into like some storytelling because I think people definitely might get bored seeing us reminisce. Like, what is the worst rejection you guys have had?
Oh, plenty. Let's go. Okay.
Dude,
Okay, wait. I've got it in categories. Do you want like elementary and middle? Do you want Do you want early high school, mid high school, or later high school? And then do you want freshman first semester, second
Oh my
semester,
god.
and or right now?
Damn. Wait till you
Okay.
see my face reveal when I get my PC. Oh, Chuck, I'm actually
So-
just
Oh,
waiting.
I'm excited.
Everybody was cringe, elementary and middle, so like
That doesn't
especially
count.
if it came to the other sex. So I
Nah.
don't think it counts.
Yeah.
High school maybe was when it started, and that's when the shit was happening. Like
All right.
I would
Okay.
say early high school. I
Early
think.
high school. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, the end of my sophomore year, I had like, since I've been doing like track 6 days a week, and I had just been trying to lose weight. Like I lost a lot. I lost like almost 100 pounds my sophomore year, which was
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
insane. It was insane. I was pushing 270, and then by the end of sophomore year, I was 195, I think. And I was looking real fucking good. I was feeling good and everything. So, thanks, bro. Thank you, man. I got a little chubbier towards sophomore year of college, but don't worry, we'll get there. We get there. So,
What the fuck is sophomore year?
My second year of uni.
Jesus Christ! Why don't you fucking Yankees just say that? Sophomore,
Hey,
junior,
sophomore
freshman.
because
because
sophomore
sophomore is one word.
yes.
Second
Sorry,
year
I'll
of high
say-
school. Second year. Like,
I'll say second year Yeni next time.
Alright, just
So-
no, just say second. Just say second year. Fucking God.
In second year, okay.
we're
I'll-
talking about
I'll-
second year of high school now.
Yeah, so
talking about my
sophomore.
Continue the story.
second year of what? Secondary school, right? That's how they say it over there.
Yeah, second year.
Okay, second year of secondary, and I'm
Joke's
on
on
the
you.
track team. And one day, like we're doing our warm up, and this really cute girl who's a cheerleader like passes us with like a group of friends, and I'm doing like warm up with my friends, and one of the girl's friends comes over to me and is like, "Hey, that girl thinks you're cute," and then runs off. And so I was like, "Oh shit."
No, it's
Who
all.
is she? Because I definitely wasn't paying attention too hard. And then the next day, like that, you know, since sports was 5 days a week, the next day, I like saw, and I saw who it was, and she was like blushing and shit. And I was like, oh god, she's in my classes. And so I asked her on a date to the movies, but she said yes. Like she definitely seemed like she wanted to, and like we were talking for a little bit, for about like a week or two maybe. You had to move fast in high school. There's not a lot of time.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
everybody in high school.
Anyway, so I asked her on a date. We go to see. Fuck, what did we see? I don't remember any of the movies that I saw with girls that I was hitting on in high school because I was either A, too nervous to focus. I was always thinking about like the romantic stuff, like when do I, like, should I like put my arm around her at this part? Should I crack a joke or something and then do it? Like that, like cringe stuff, bro. Real cringe shit.
Sorry, you said that. I just imagined you sitting in the cinema with a girl who is way hotter than you, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, bro. No,
It's like,
it gets
oh,
worse.
are you excited? Oh, am I ever? Am I ever?
I got top once in a
Touch
movie
my
theater.
penis, touch my penis, touch my penis, touch my penis.
That oh god. When no. Okay. So we're at the movie and I think we were watching The Secret Life of Pets or something, and we're watching it and
Kind of
like,
weird trying to hump to cartoon movie to a cartoon
We're
dog.
not, bro. Like it's wholesome because I wasn't about that fuckboy shit. But like
I was a fuckboy.
okay, so I turned to her and I asked her. I was like, "Hey, can I put my arm around you?" And she like mumbled something, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't know if that was yes or no." But I feel kind of awkward right now, so I'm not gonna be like, "What?" Because there were people sitting in front of us, and I didn't want them to think I was a fucking. I was so in my head, dude. So like, eventually I did, but then like you know, like okay, well, apparently she might have said like, I don't really know about that, and so like, long story short, I felt like kind of a dick for putting my arm around somebody because they said that they weren't really into it, even though they were like, yeah, no, I liked you, and then like we went on that date, and it was just not it. And in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, putting my arm around you really turned you off from me. So that's when I bought different deodorant.
Is that? Damn, he made the joke before I could.
Yeah, I was already on that wavelength.
I think it might be more of like the fact you had to ask. Like, it's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
really awkward during those times, and then like they start thinking bad about themselves. It's like the whole time they're like, why isn't he putting his arm around me? Why isn't he trying to make moves? But at the same time,
Because,
we're over
like,
here trying to respect women. And
Yeah,
then,
because I definitely don't want to like put my arm around you if you don't like.
If you're
want
not
to, But
comfortable.
then again, at the same time, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like I never want to
It's
go.
hard.
I never want to go in for a kiss. Like, thankfully, it hasn't happened to me. This is the one thing that hasn't. Go in for a kiss and be like, actually, I think we should just be friends right now. Like that. Literally, like I feel like.
just fucking.
Well, shit, like, you got a gun? 'Cause you could shoot me right now, honestly. It would
Bro,
hurt a little less.
that's the fucking execution shot. That's
Quite literally.
that's like, oh,
Fatality.
that is no like
Respect tends to lead to the friend zone. Yeah, I've been getting a lot ballsier with my, like, things lately. I've just been like,
Yep.
you gotta keep your, like, it's such a weird game to play in college. Like, I'm playing, like, I'm definitely throwing that game out there with a couple of girls that come to the cafe that I work at. 'Cause I'm definitely like, I'm like friendly, but I'm also borderline flirty like all the time.
Yeah.
And
I think it
this
really
one
does.
girl,
But that's like work it
yesterday-
if you're like working at a place like that, especially if you're on the tills,
Yeah.
it's kind of like when I was working at McDonald's, because I would do night shifts. I'd always have drunk people come in,
Yeah.
and like I'd always have a laugh with cunts. Doesn't mean I want to bang them, but I did want to bang them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
You
I
ride the
wanted-
line of like this can be played off as like
Or
Yeah.
just being nice.
Mhm.
just being a good employee.
Which is why, like, there's a girl that from my work that works at headquarters in Philly, and she comes up to our school cafe, and she was there today, and I went out and talked to her. I had like lunch or whatever because I just got off of my shift at my other job, and I was like, oh yeah, I told my student CEO, her name's Courtney. I was like, hey, I told Courtney that you're my headquarters girlfriend. I was definitely hamming that up a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know, the moment she makes that jump from coffee to whiskey, I'm sliding in those DMs, because then she won't be higher above me.
Yeah.
No,
And she
it's-
likes whiskey, so it's already
Win-win.
a pog moment.
Yeah,
I said pog today.
I had the worst. I didn't really have any I didn't really attempt anything when I was in high school, just because there's a lot of reasons why, so I'll skip over that and go straight to uni. First year was brutal. That's all I'm gonna say.
First year's always brutal.
I got I got my fucking just stood up, fucking dumped by text after like 2 weeks, stood up again, stood up another time, ghosted. But I think the worst one was this chick I met at a flat party. We hit it off, we're chatting, we're having a good time. But she lived in a different city, which is like an hour away from here. So we're just like texting the whole time for like a month afterwards, and she comes through. A month later, we're fucking partying again. She comes back to my flat. We fall asleep holding each other which was
Damn.
kind of what I needed. We got hella high in my dorm room, and then the next morning the fucking housing people were like, whoa, we can smell the weed, nigga. I'm like, whoa, fuck. She freaked out, went back to Dundee, and then a few days later she was like, yeah, I'm actually so I'm seeing someone.
Oof.
And I was just like, watashi no kokoro, watashi no tamashi.
Here to me, Destiny.
And then I've only been in one proper relationship, which was bad. It was like 2.5 years of a bad relationship. And now that ended in April, and now I'm like on the prowl again. I met this lassie who was fucking, she was everything. She was adorable.
She was everything to me.
We got along really well. The sex was great. The fucking...
Bro,
And
we need to end this before I get too sad. Fuck.
yeah, no, and then didn't work out because she was like going to London. Oh man, it was a whole thing. It was like 2
England
months
is my
ago.
city.
England is my city, and London is my county. Scotland ain't shit, and fuck the unionists. No, wait, England
God.
ain't shit, and fuck the unionists.
The girl I just broke up with, like, before quarantine, or like when quarantine started.
Oh, wait, hold
Like-
that thought for just a second. Grim buddy, welcome to the
Okay.
sad boy hours. Carry on.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome.
Literally, like, I don't know. There was something that was like, I really love this chick. Like, we were just like, I don't know.
Two peas in a
was-
pod.
Yeah, when I was courting her, like, because sorry, not to use that, but like, she had never had like a boyfriend or anything before, and so like, we kind of like, were like, she was into me, but she didn't want to like date me because like the word around campus was I was like the freshman whore, you know. So, and it's like,
My fucking life.
I wish I
yeah, so.
knew you in freshman year.
Yeah, right. So, honestly, you probably would have gotten with me. Not a bad-looking person, Lunar.
Oh,
But yeah,
thank you.
like when, so like
We
we
like
met in
that
the
dark
musical.
meat.
I like that any meat.
Like my ideal girl or guy, I don't know, but my ideal girl is a light skin with curly hair. You know, super goofy.
Grow your hair out, Ray.
Yeah, grow your hair out, right?
I got it.
But yeah, but anyway, so like we met during the musical, and one night we were eating at this place called the Galley, and we're eating in the Galley, and she's like, "Oh, my room is like super messy, and I should probably get back to my room." And I was like, "Oh, I'll help you clean it if you want, because I love to clean." And she was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that." And I was like, "I kind of want to." And she was like, "Okay." And so we ended up cleaning her room, which I did enjoy cleaning her room. It was nice until like 1 in the morning probably. And I was like, I would head back, but it's kind of cold out. I mean, I could sleep on the couch if it's fine. But like, I also don't mind sleeping in here. And I think at that point she was like, oh, he's like hitting on me. And so she went to the bathroom and she came back out, and oh my god, I just remembering it just like hurts my heart because it was so fucking cute. But for like 3 days, like I was just over her house constantly, and sleeping on a small twin-sized bed. We didn't even kiss until the 3rd night. Like it was, oh my god, it was so fucking romantic, bro.
That sounds so gay. I
That
love
sounds
it.
amazing.
She
God,
told
I
me put my
fucking love it.
heart in a bag, so nobody gets hurt. I'm telling my love, I'm not sad. But yeah,
Damn.
she broke up. We broke up on mutual terms, but a couple, like a month ago, I definitely wasn't over her. Like, we broke up and I was like, okay, cool, this is great. And then I realized I wasn't over her and I was like, oh fuck, wait, I gotta get hurt first.
That's life.
And so it wasn't until about like a month and a half ago where we had a wedding. It was like at the end of.
You guys
It
got
was the
married?
beginning of August. No, there was a friend of ours that had a,
Too soon,
a
Ray.
wedding.
Too soon.
Bruh. Where like we went to
I'm
it,
sorry.
and like at the end of the night, I was like, even though she was like bitching at me towards like the entire day, like she would look at me with like those eyes, and I was like, oh god,
Goddamn eyes.
goddamn, this goddamn fucking eyes. And I was like, hey, like, do you want to like, I don't know, just come back to my place and watch a movie or something? And she was like, no, I kind of want to go home, you know, because she was like kind of drunk, and I was like, oh, well, I don't want to like do anything that way. And we kind of were just getting into it, and she was like, I was like tiptoeing around it because I didn't want to be like explicit. And then she was like, yeah, no, I'm kind of, you know, crushing on every single bridesmaid that was in the party. And so I was like, oh, cool. So now, you know, I don't know. It was like that moment that was like, I don't think that, you know, I'm getting.
That's
Yeah,
that.
you
That's
don't
that
understand
GTA.
anymore.
That's that GTA wasted screen right there, dude. That
Yeah, bro, Dark Souls, you died, like, yeah, the whole fucking 9.
all of it.
So
A summoner
I
is
dropped her off.
disconnected.
And to this day, we still don't really like text much, even though like I don't know. I just feel like we're like, to both of us, we're still like, you know, good friends. It's just like, I don't want to text her for fear that like my heart's gonna get hurt right now. So I need to
Yeah.
I
You
need to
need that
find
distance.
somebody new. Yeah. Or like just, you know. But I don't want to like lose her in my life, you know. It's this weird thing.
I think we all have those people like that. There's definitely some. It's like you just show off, like you show how you feel and everything, and it just gets stomped up and eaten, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
nope.
And I was like, I know I wasn't like the best boyfriend, because like I knew there was like a lot of times because I had a lot of like college crises where I was like, I'm throwing my college away by being in theater, or like, you know, being with one person and commitment stuff, but it wasn't until like,
Yeah.
you know,
Life's too
Sounds-
short for monogamy.
shut up, no.
You know?
It sounds super fucking stupid, but I didn't realize
It's-
what I had
no,
until I lost it. So,
I lived that way too, like, for sure. My high school stories were like, it's like a fucking episode of Degrassi every goddamn day. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Complete with a light skin.
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't end up in a wheelchair, but I was never that. I was always really like self-conscious, and I was one of the few people that didn't take it out on others while still being in part of like I was on the football team and I was like an athlete and everything. And I just like learned everything on how to like hit on women because I was having like internet girlfriends in middle school and then watching these shows, and I was like, I went to high school and I was like, all right, I can do this. I think I got it. And I said some of the cringiest shit and it just fucking worked. Not sure how. But like I was a horrible person. Like I was like blatant cheating on girls. There was a point I wasn't even hiding it, and the people around school knew, and they were just calling me player, and I was like, shut up. Like,
yeah.
And then when you try to be nice, like it that shit follows you. And that was like my embarrassing moment of just like feeling like completely played, and I was just like, damn, am I doing that to people? Like,
yeah.
So I was dating this girl who honestly to this day I still consider like she was wifey material that I met way too soon when I wasn't ready for wifey material. Like,
Yeah.
I was out there banging NPCs left and right. Like, there was no... like, I had no business being with this woman that would have built me a great home. And,
Someone
and
clip
then-
that.
and like...
Oh, fucking hell.
Which also brings me to funny thing. Like, I don't go too far into it, maybe not while sober, but like, I definitely know I'm straight because of some of the stuff I did in high school and like had tried because everybody's questioning themselves in high school. So I can safely say, and that's why I'm comfortable with sexuality joke and say these like things, but it's not like I'm not homophobic at all because of these things, which is nice. Oh, look, wifey material.
I got you. Don't worry.
Thanks, Ray.
But yeah, like, so this girl, like, dating on and off, I'm literally cheating on her the second she walks around the corner, like, going towards class.
Damn, Ray, okay.
And it was horrible. And this girl who was literally, like, she was dating one of my, not buddies, but somebody who was also in, like, the circle of, like, that we were in. I wasn't really that close to a lot of people. And so she was off limits. This dude gets arrested and just disappears off the face of the earth. And I was just like...
Bruh.
like, so I was trying to... She was literally like the girl of my dreams. I still remember this. And I'm still like... I still have her as a friend on Facebook too. It's funny.
Have you ever texted her and been like, hey, like, I'm sorry I played you. You want to get some coffee sometime? Like...
She
Oh,
won't
you gotta-
respond anymore. Like,
Oh, damn.
that's one of the things I live with. It was just like, I fucked her over so hard. Like, after
I
we
hate
talked...
that.
We talked a little like my sophomore year of college, I think, your second year of uni.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm
and
familiar with your terms.
I straight up, like, she asked me and I was like straight up and I just told her everything that I ever did while we were dating on and off. And she was just like, damn, that really sucks. I feel like I can't like catch a break with guys because she dated another dude that like cheated on her. And I felt like absolute garbage.
You can send her my way.
And then-
I'll definitely
yeah.
treat her right.
North Carolina, like, for everybody,
yeah.
like, she disappeared. Like, I don't know if she changed her number, straight up blocked me. But I realized, like, every time I tried to be a genuine person, I got fucked over because I fucked myself over by, like, messing with all the NPCs earlier on.
Yeah.
And, like, until that girl that I was saying was, like, my dream girl, played the shit out of me. Like, I still have to give her, like, applause. And
Yeah.
then it turned into a power struggle. We both just kind of went separate ways. But she was, like, flirting with me, and I was still with wifey material girl. And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about being in a relationship. And she's like, well, like, it seems like even me and you have a better connection, like what you have with her. So maybe you should just break up with her and all this. And that sounds like, you know, maybe like me and her could be together, right? Like, I kind
Yeah.
of took it as that. And so I broke up with the girl for the maybe first or second. That may have been the second out of like the 8 times we dated. And I broke up with her because I was that kind of garbage. And she just fucking ghosted
The
me.
poster boy of men are trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. I will claim that title and hold it high.
But like,
And,
you know,
like,
at least like you're like awoke to it now. You know?
oh yeah,
sorry,
I
I
learned
missed something.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that shit early. Like, and yeah, she just straight up ghosted me.
It's a sign of personal self growth, though. Because if you look at your past and you're like, ugh.
Oh yeah, I
You've-
cringed so
you've-
hard. Like, there was a point in time, and it was like these things that people. It started like my like second half of high school, maybe late junior year, and I think this happened like senior year, where I was like really being aware of what kind of like garbage that I was, and was trying to change it, and so I was just single for a time, and I was like, but these fucking NPCs kept giving me quests with them and all that shit. And so, you know, your man has to like get these
Fulfill the
quest rewards
quests.
with girls every now and then.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
But yeah, there was a point where these 2 girls were like talking to me, and they just, I didn't know what was going on with them, but they would like each grab a hand and then like wrap it around them, and I'd like walk around school like that, and I was just like, I gotta get to class. But I was just like, whatever.
How to flex.
And then there was like, yeah, that like everybody that knew me was like in this hallway where like the warning bell rang that we had to get to class, and they're like, oh, if we're late again, we're gonna get suspended. So then like one of them kisses me, and I'm like, I barely know these girls, by the way. It was just like, they were pretty cute. They thought I was cute, and we were just talking, and it was like lunchtime shit. One of them kisses me. They kissed each other. The other one kissed me, and then they ran off. And I stood there like in the hallway, and everybody else's jaws on the ground. And then I'm like, well, this is my reputation. This is me now.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
I can't get a meaningful relationship ever again after everybody just saw this shit.
Yeah.
So like,
Fuck.
That's when you're kind of just at like that crossroads where it's like, damn, do I want to, you know, dip into the forbidden sauce, or do I want to restart?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, do I go left where nothing is right, or right where nothing is left, kind of thing? Like,
Yeah.
like it's like I could just go back to my man poor ways and just not give a single fuck, and then just like smoke and drink away all my sorrows and just be depressed in the corner. And I actually got to the point where I like self-harm from my depression. Like, one of the reasons I don't wear shorts is I have really, really big scars, because I took this shit seriously. I was just like, yeah, serotonin. Like,
He was Tony Hawking down his legs.
for real, like, just straight shredding. And
God.
and it was
Different
just like,
kind.
because I couldn't feel like I developed genuine human connections with people. But when I tried to, it was either the person knew and like expected me to just do all this other shit, or it's like, I felt like how you felt in the movie theater, Brandon, like, of just like, I don't know how to actually do this. I know how to shoot my shot and say, fuck it, if I miss, whatever, they're disgusted and they leave, but it works. And then I'm like, sweet, I'm getting laid. But if it didn't work, it was like, fuck it, I had no emotional connection to her anyway. But when I actually cared, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to actually like move forward with this, and I didn't want to say something stupid, and I didn't want to like look like a dumbass. And
That's my problem
like,
now, bro. Like, I feel that 100%. I've got my egg in a couple baskets right now, and like I definitely know which baskets are, you know, a little more fuller than others.
yeah.
So if I know if like shit falls through on like one of them that I'm like super hard crushing on right now, I'm just like, I'm gonna be hurt for like a hot minute, and then I'll get over it, you know, since, you know, it hasn't actually gotten to the stage where, you know, we dated. But like, just like knowing that like you put that much time and effort into something to try and see it hatch, it's
Yeah.
I've done that
No,
so many times.
yeah.
Of
My-
just-
my-
and then it falls apart and they run away.
Yeah, no, I form emotional connections with people really quickly, and that's kind of really what fucked me the most. Like with my ex, it was the only relationship I'd been in, and like I just fell really fucking hard for that validation. That's what it was. It was like it was the first time I'd received validation in a physical and sexual way, and I was like, holy shit, this person's amazing. Hold on, let me put on my rose-colored goggles real quick for 2.5 years while she treated me like shit.
Nice.
And now I'm just not. I'm not even sure what I'm doing at this point.
Dude, I was like that for a while too after my
We're gonna
last
get it out.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, like my last relationship, I don't think I've talked about it much before. I was engaged actually for 5 years.
Oh shit.
Hey, what's up?
And-
Wait,
Holy
sorry.
fuck.
She was
Wait, let's
she went
just
crazy.
let's just
And,
greet
like,
real quick. What's up, Robotlian Hunter?
Before we get into
We're
it.
Snuff Hunter.
we're
Damn.
when are we
We're in a
thinking of
bag
wrapping
right
this
now.
up?
Yeah.
Probably soon we should.
Yeah, we should.
I can give a funny relationship story.
All right, so
Okay, sure.
all right, so we'll go with Ray's
Alright.
meaningful story, and then Brandon's funny anecdote. We'll do some self promo at the end, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll close the stream for like a few minutes and come back for some Dead by Daylight.
Okay, well, with my horrible engagement, like, she was somebody who liked to, like, she had issues of her own, and it stems from, like, daddy issues, which a lot of girls do. Her dad
hot,
made
though.
probably, like, he never really talked about it, but you kind of had to guess with all the stuff they had and what he did and said. At least around 15 million a year, and was never home. And so she always had money, and like I don't want intricacies of how she was just spoiled rotten with everything, but she made me believe that she was different from her family and all this. And I like took some really kind of like something I like to call diet racism from her family, not the like blatant like get out of here, you know, you're like kind of, it was just kind of
Jesus.
subtle little
It's like that college
Oh.
humor video, Diet Racism. It's like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm not homo. I'm not saying I have a problem with queer people, but I just wouldn't want to work with someone who's trans.
like that kind of stuff. And it's like
So
little
you're saying
things
you
like
have a
that add up.
problem with-
Yeah, but like little things like that add up. And then, like, we just started realizing like I was being gaslit through therapy, that she was gaslighting the shit out of me, and like I always thought I had anger issues, and I was and I had something wrong with me, which fed off of my like life of the NPC wrangling of high school and early college years and stuff. And so I just like, she fed on, like, she knew I felt guilty, and she'd like use that against me all the time and say I'm a horrible person, I have anger issues, and this is why I can't develop connections with people and stuff. And she had probably broken up with me like 6 times, and then I'd take her back, but it seemed like she took me back kind of thing. Like, even though I accepted like her craziness of like wrecking shit and running off, she would come back to me, and it would almost seem like, even though I didn't really ask for her back, it seemed like I was lucky to be getting back with her. And then the last
It's
time it happened,
manipulation.
yep, straight up manipulation. And then last time I actually went through the process of getting a therapist because I needed to work on myself to be a better future husband to her. And like, she broke up with me a little before, and then I talked to my therapist, and my therapist was like, you need to not go back to that. And I was like, well, I'm always like devil's advocate of like, oh well, there's stuff I could have done differently, I still need to do this. And she was like, no, none of that's true. One, you need to love yourself, but in order to do that, you need to get the hell away from that crazy. And so I did, and it got even crazier because she just kept upping forms of manipulation, trying to like steal my stuff and say it was hers, and I only got it because I was with her, kind of thing, which isn't true. And
Jesus.
yeah, like she wrecked the apartment and like stole half my money because we had joint bank accounts too, and just like vanished. And then immediately got a, yep, she kept the ring, which was like a good $4,000 investment. I just threw down the drain, and like, and I didn't care because I'm just not a money person. Like, I'm not money minded. With, if she tried to use that against me, like she would always try to use everything, like $20 that she, or $50 I think that she owed me, and she was starting to be like, oh, unless you do this or talk to me or something, you're not going to get this money. And I was just like, keep it. Like, that's the kind of person I am. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, all right, I've spent $50 in worse ways. Like, it was
hell.
it was a lot. And then I met my girlfriend now, helped me put life together. If I'm being honest, I kind of wish I stayed alone for a little bit longer.
Yo, I
Like-
hope she's not in the house right now. I hope
She
she's
is.
not listening on the door. She's
She is.
just there,
Well,
like-
I also, like, I tell her these things, and I'm very open. That's the kind of relationship.
Yeah.
And it's not like I regret being with her.
And
It's like,
Brandon
I feel like
one
I'm putting
agrees.
her through, like, I feel like I'm putting her through having to watch me, like, battle with, okay, am I actually being a toxic person, or is this like something that I should be mad at, and this is okay to have emotions? Because as guys, you're not allowed to really have emotion, especially as like a straight hetero male. Like, a lot of people see you as you're supposed to be masculine and you're supposed to be this way. You can't have emotions, because if you do, especially from that last relationship, they can and will be used against you in a court of law. So
Emotions are hot, bro. Like, I don't get how you can just be like a one-trick pony and just, you know, be so apathetic the entire time. It's like,
yep,
it just there's no personality there.
and it's
No,
just not
it's-
said
it-
enough.
It's
Like,
definitely a toxic masculinity thing, that the idea of masculinity goes hand in hand with the idea of not being emotionally expressive,
Yeah.
which is fucking stupid as shit, dude. Like,
yeah, the only emotion you can express as a very masculine person, like, there's gray area, because I would say I'm masculine because I like to protect women, even though they probably don't need protection, because they're human beings and like they deserve respect, and I respect all women. It's just, I know innately it's like I feel protective of my girlfriend, I feel protective of my mom. And is this like, I ask myself, is this toxic masculinity, or is it just my form of love that I'm protective of the things that I hold dear to me?
no,
Well,
it's
it's not like,
it's
yeah,
just,
you could definitely be
uh,
protective. It's just not like in bad amounts, you know?
Yeah, not ownership. I don't own my girlfriend or my mom.
Yeah.
I like
you're there for
want my
them,
girlfriend to
whatever
function.
what.
Yeah. Yes.
I own my mom all the time. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro,
I own her on the Rift, dude.
Yeah.
1v1 her on
Yeah.
Rust.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
like it was crazy, and that's probably actually the biggest time I played myself, though, was that relationship of like almost marrying her, dodged a bullet, like, you know, that fucking
Neo.
song by
Hey,
Big
but if
Sean?
you would have married her, bro, you could have like tried to get like half that 15 mil.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
Daddy's trust fund.
Daddy's trust
Okay.
fund.
All right,
That was
Brandon's story time. We
We're
gotta
heading
end it on a
into-
fun note.
Yeah, so spearheading into my story.
just straight diving into that puss.
In my actually though, in my freshman semester, which was my first semester, maybe 2 years ago at this point, I only had two emotions: horny and pain. And, like, I lived by that. Just like I tried to be like, okay, like, I'm living for myself.
Wait, you
like,
forgot
I
the
know what
third
I
one.
want.
Painfully horny.
Painfully horny, yes. That happened when I drank a lot. So. Yeah, so I would, like, there was one weekend where I was with 3 different people all at once. And this is on top of that weekend, me talking to somebody who I was trying to, like, see if they wanted to date. Like, I had my eggs in a lot of fucking baskets this weekend, but
See, when people are saying, "Oh, bi people have it easy," you have like double the options. They're talking about you.
yeah, they're talking about me. I was playing with guys on the band bus, sleeping with people at night. Like, it was a move. It was a move.
Dude, band is fucking legit
So, like-
for these things.
So Friday night, we come back from an exhibition on band, and I'm sitting in the back of the bus. I'm just chilling, and this annoying fucking flute player, literally like, he was like sitting with this girl, and he was like, oh my, he like yelled at the top of his lungs. He was like, oh my god, you're checking your Tinder? Like, that kind of like annoying.
Oh.
And
Fucking bitch.
like me being half tired and half horny perked my ears up, and I was like, oh hey. And so I started talking to this girl who I'd never talked to before.
Howdy.
Got her snap. And like an hour after we got back and I like showered and stuff, I went over to this girl's house, slept with her, tried to she told me that her roommate was also in band, so slept with her. The next morning, woke up, went out, got some eggs, slept with her. Then we got on the bus.
Hold up. Saw truck with the 200. Oh shit.
Oh wait.
Sorry, wait.
Wrong guy.
Oh, my headphones fell here. Don't worry, that's. Saw truck with the 200 biddies.
Nice.
Oh, I'm dropping. Wait. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Me and Grandmaster Scoo have the same name, so.
So
if you hear me say
Grandmaster
Brandon,
Scoo is Brandon 1 and Red is Brandon 2.
Brandon 2.0. Yes.
The updated model. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
here, Scoo.
But literally, so it's Saturday. We're going to this like collegiate band fest, and I'm talking to another flute player.
Sorry,
'cause
collegiate
I
band
hate
fest sounds like a porno.
Yes, I'm talking to another flute player, which was my fucking demise. In high school, my senior year, I dated the band, the
flautist.
drum major.
Oh.
But she was a flute player, and like all of her friends were also as hot as her, so it was a very rough senior year. But like that's so we're on the bus, and like I'm sitting at the window seat, and or like I'm sitting like at the aisles. I think I was sitting at
Hey,
the aisle seat.
Rebellion with the 100 biddies.
And we're sitting next to each other talking, we're flirting, and then we still have like another hour and a half to go, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and take a nap. And she's like, okay, cool, me too. And she puts her head on my shoulder, and literally like
Sucked
I'm like,
it
oh,
by
fuck.
accident.
I guess I'm not taking a nap this entire trip. So like, yeah. And then like, you know, do the whole cute thing where like she puts her head on my shoulder, I like grab her hand, and we're holding hands on the bus, like the real cute shit. It's okay, because I'm so thankful that I left with one of my other friends, and at the time, me and this girl, like, we were super, like, when it was just me and her hanging out, like, I channeled my inner gay. Like, we would just throw on fucking Disney Channel bangers, and we left that early because I had work and she had something to do.
I love
we were
that
driving-
channeling your inner gay goes hand in hand with Disney bangers, which I'm not even gonna argue against. Bro,
I
queer
love
people.
Disney bangers, and I'm straight. Like, that's
Listening to
definitely
the
my
high school-
channeling the little bit of gay I have in me.
Listening to the High School Musical soundtrack and knowing like all the words to every song in High School Musical 2.
Alright, look, I might be gay, but that's too gay even by my standards.
Okay, sorry. But thank God that I drove back with her early, because the girl that I had slept with the night before and her roommate told the girl that I was talking to that day. So she didn't talk to me after that, but it was okay because she was crazy, from what I hear from sources who have dated her.
So, man, you whole like out here like
I
the Matrix.
Fucking dodged a bullet. So Saturday night comes, and I'm at this party with my boys. You know, we're in the sax section, so we're just, you know, we're literally the best fucking section in the band.
Okay,
And
calm
I
your
missed out on
ass.
band so much.
If sax
I
was the
wish I
best
did
section of a band, you wouldn't need more than one. That's why flutes are the best section, because you only need one flautist.
Yeah, but you can't make a George Michael song with fucking flutes.
Yeah, you can't go.
Like,
Yeah, but you can't make a John Williams track with saxophones.
Yeah, What isn't
Bro,
the
they-
Cantina band?
No, bro, the entire Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, that shit's got
Oh, okay.
flute melodies.
Yeah.
It's just,
But I'm talking
Whatever,
about
bro,
the
I'm not big-
actual like bump and grind music of just
Yeah.
like I'm never gonna dance again.
no, there's the
Yeah.
best.
Guilty
Yeah,
feet
some-
have got no rhythm.
Yeah,
Like-
the best bump and grind song is Pony by Genuine.
Exactly.
That
yeah.
fucking that beginning.
Anyway, before you guys start humping on stream, literally Saturday night comes. I'm at a party. I'm texting this one girl who my friend on the, who one of my other tenor friends is like, hey, like I'm trying to talk to this girl for like a year, and like she keeps like rejecting my advances, and like I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm texting that girl that this guy is like, oh yeah, bro, she's crazy. I'm like, okay, bring it on. I know crazy.
Bro.
And later that night, I get back to my dorm, and she's like, can I come over? And I'm like, of course you could fucking come over.
Fucking-
I had.
Sorry, I dropped my cigarette on my crotch.
He's just.
I was
he's
just
saying
pulling my
that.
dick out.
I was just pulling my dick out as soon as when I tell you that that was 100% the best sex I've ever had. It was something straight out of a porno. It only went downhill from there. I don't know. It's like, so that was good. And then, like, the next week, I was talking with this girl in my computer science class. I got around fast. I was talking to this girl in my computer science class. These are just like some little tidbit stories. Like,
The last
she
girl.
comes-
Oh no, sorry.
yeah, this will be the last one. So she's,
Yo,
in my,
what's up,
she's the
Osama?
only hot. She's the only hot girl in my computer science class, and like,
So the older girl.
no, there were a couple. There was one exchange student who was actually kind of cute, but I didn't think she was into like hooking up or anything. So, but yeah, this girl was on the softball team, and like her roommates they did field hockey, so they were never home at night, or they did something, but they were never home at night. So I would always come over and smash. It was great times.
Fucking awesome.
But like one time she came over to my dorm and my roommate was home, and so I was like, okay, like, you know, I told him, I was like, yeah, like it's cool, we're not gonna do anything, don't worry. Biggest fucking lie I've ever told, because like 2 a.m. hit around and she whispered in my ear, she's like, I'm horny, and I was like, shit, now I am. Because like it's attractive when people want you. I don't know,
It
bro.
is.
It's hard as a guy to say no because it happens so like
Yeah,
infrequently that a girl just makes the move like that, and it's
exactly.
like every
It
guy's
should've-
like dream of a girl to just stand over him and be like, I'm
That's
gonna
why when I
use your
say
body.
like
Dominate
that's
me.
Like, that's like when I say I want someone to beat the shit out of me next time I date them. It's literally just because like I want that, like, you know. I don't actually want them to beat the shit out of me. I just want them to, you know,
I want them to
do
maybe.
something more than
Yeah, I want to
lay
get
there.
pushed down on a bed and like
Yeah, I want
fucking,
someone to
like,
take control like I
violated.
did.
Like,
Yeah.
All right,
that's the
let's.
whole fucking point.
Yeah, no, let's not throw around the word violated too cavalierly here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not
bad.
that.
No,
but
but
some
fucking-
deviousness.
some deviousness. No, like
Yeah.
I was actually such a problem in my last relationship. Was we barely smashed it. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like that. It was just bad.
Yeah, it's like
Be
it's
like-
cool for like the first, you know, the first like maybe month or two where you guys are like, you know, getting into each other and you're like, okay, like you like this, you like that, and each time like you smash, you increasingly like, you know, do
Get
more stuff,
freakier.
you like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Until,
she was
like,
so fucking
by the-
boring.
until like by the end of like fucking month 5, every time you're having sex, you're like throwing them down, handcuffing them, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Just
Leaving
hand-
making them
black
say
eyes and bruises.
hallelujah.
Dude, just
Yeah.
just handcuff me to a bed already.
Bro, tell me when I, like, why did I have to be so horny that I learned about the fucking weather, bro? He was a meteorology major, and I was like, bro, clouds are so good looking. Like, I love clouds. You ever see the rain,
Yeah.
bro?
Well, like, dude,
Oh man.
God.
the last
There was a-
the last time I had sex, it was while listening to the Dark Knight Rising soundtrack. A lot of
The Dark
drums.
Knight was definitely rising. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that there were a lot of drums, bro. It was hard to keep up the beat.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I
That's
have a
missing
like.
for me.
We're running nearly
you,
2.5 hours.
Okay, I'll save my story for some other time then. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll start next time with relation. We'll bring on somebody else. And we'll ask them, hey, what was your last sexual experience?
Why did this turn into this?
Because this is episode 2 all over the place, and also we
at
didn't
night.
plan for this at all. We just like all the only thing that was planned was that the 3 of us were gonna be here talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I think it may have been me that did the ball, because I think we talked about bringing Miss Ella on this one, and I said I was gonna try to do it and forgot as soon as I hit disconnect.
All right. That's why I made I made the text channel as
So
well.
I will get us a guest for the next one.
All right, no.
Okay, because if not, then we all got somebody that we can bring in. So we'll start planning them like months in advance.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
mean,
We'll get
that's why I made the text channel as well. That's
Okay.
for Lunar's Landing, because I figure I don't wanna like put all this stuff in the main chat.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is
I'm
it
like
just us right now, or
I've what's it called? So the captain's quarters, the permissions for that is me and the moderators of the channel, which includes you two, Pajamas. Let me check actually.
okay? Because I'm just gonna throw around like we could just talk business in there.
Yeah, definitely. The captain's
Okay.
quarters is just like, this is for me and the mods,
Gotcha.
which reminds me, I'm gonna add you as a mod to the channel as well, Ray. Definitely,
Oh,
because I could use. I don't generally have that. I don't really have active mods, so I'm trying to sort of disperse it through quite a few people. Because like I know you can pop in on certain days. I know Brandon here can pop in on certain days. My buddy
Yeah.
Crispy can pop in on certain nights.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm usually here just vibe.
So we'll do that. We'll
Right.
write down who we want to bring on. Yeah, we'll just use the text channel, talk business, and let's. Should we try to aim it for? I feel like the 2-hour thing is starting to become a norm.
Yeah,
I
think
think
too.
that like if we're gonna push it to 2 hours, we might have to make it a little bit later of a start, because I have my acapella group starting up around 7 to 8.
Mm.
Either we start at 5 and go for 2 hours, or like what is that, 11 your time, or we start at like 1:30 maybe.
Well, like that's the thing. I'm pretty flexible. So like,
Okay.
you two find
talk about
times
it.
that we'll
Yeah.
definitely talk about it.
I
But
can do.
let's close it out here with
Yeah.
the. So, you guys know me. I'm Lunar Shulker, also known as Vi. To my left is Ray, also better known as InsomniaWolf 94, and Brandon, also known B-Town.
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 Beatdown.
And
B-Town from B-Town.
RedSkyRising, who
Yeah.
also happened to put out some. What was that? Hey, what's that shirt behind you?
This fucking thing.
Yeah.
This little sexy tank top of merch that we got going. This unisex tank.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Verizon, we got the
Apple
Apple with
with
the
the Glocka.
Glocka
Oh.
collection coming out soon. I've got a graffiti collection or art piece that I'm working on right now that I think would be a cool shirt design. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Definitely
But
be on
yeah.
the lookout for streams from RedSkyRising and InsomniaWolf, and we're gonna be here every Tuesday. This has been the landing, and thank you for accompanying us all the way back to the start.
Yeah.
Thank you for following along with this. 'Cause
Yes.
This was
Yeah.
a wild ride.
Yeah, this is.
Crazy.
I'm loving this. I actually love this so much.
I do.
Yeah.
too.
This is super fun.
All right, I'm just gonna give you the shout out real quick. InsomniaWolf 94. Did that work? Okay, yeah, there we go. There we. Saw up with the. Dude, chill the fuck out, Saw. Chill the fuck out. But as I said before, the stream will come back in about 5 minutes. We just like to actually cut the stream off so we can then take the VOD in its entirety. Because trying to download one of Lunar Shulker's VODs is a mission. 8 hours and shit. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.
So yeah.
Yeah.